Rosie Hardy here, Hardy's Cottage Garden Plants. Thank you very much for watching our videos. And now is the time of year we're coming to what do you do with your plants for the winter season? Which do you protect? Which do you leave outside? So this is just a little bit of what plants of which you've got to prune and some which you have to do other things to, i.e. they need to go outside and get frosted and then come back in and be protected. Let's start off with these ones, which are the semi-hardy ones, which are things like Agastachi and the Gaura and various salvias here. So you will see in previous videos that we have done that we do how to prepare your Gaura for winter. It's the time of year for thinking about the ones that you are growing in containers, that it's nearly time to do that first haircut on them, which means that you're going to be taking this lot of growth off the Gaura. Same if they are outside. If they're in the ground, then you would be doing that, and the other video does explain it. Please do go and look back at our other videos. We will link those down below for you. So that is Gaura. Then you have various types of salvia. This one is one of the lips series, so this one is Amethyst lips, and this one is a well-known one, Amistad. Now, with these ones, which are more sub-shrubby, they get a very different treatment to the ones which have got very big square stems. So in other words, this one is going to have the pruning technique, and again, please refer to the video, and then you would protect it inside. And the Amistad, it's best not to do anything to it but move all of your plants inside. There are one or two people I know in the UK here who do leave their Amistads outside, and occasionally they will mulch over the base once it has collapsed, or use the horticultural fleece or frost blanket, as some people like to call it. Again, there is a video showing you how to do that. But please, with the Amistad, do not cut it down at the moment because it has hollow stems and you can get rot into it. The Agastachi, again, is similar to Amistad, but you can leave it outside. This one is pretty hardy, but again, it has square stems. But you don't need to worry. Its flower heads here are brilliantly architectural. It had been flowering with these beautiful purple flowers like this. So you have these beautiful dark flower heads, they lose them, and you get this lovely seed head here. Leave those, they're architectural. If there's any food in there for the birds, they will get it over the winter, and then the plant will naturally collapse, protecting its own base. Just remember, all of these plants work naturally outside without our interference, and have done for years and years and years, because before gardening came along, before we tried to move plants in and out, plants were able to look after themselves. All right, it's just that we are moving them into different areas and trying to force them to grow in an area where they're not used to. Then lastly, we're going to go talk about the dahlias. So the dahlias at this time of the year are starting to come to the end. You've deadheaded, etc., and they're starting to get a little bit, I mean these are as well, a little bit eaten by the slugs and snails, but that doesn't matter. Do not be one of those people who sees a dahlia that has been completely stripped like this, and you see all this lovely growth at the bottom, and you think, oh look, this time of the year I'm going to just tidy this up, and I'm going to cut out all of this basal growth here, and I'm going to leave this. That is the wrong thing to do. Really do not do that at this time of the year, because all that you have done is taken off this growth, which means that all of this young growth thinks, great, I'm going to come up and grow, and it expends all of the stored energy that it's got in its tubers to regrow again, and then the frost comes along and zap, it gets killed back down. You've then virtually destroyed this plant. Instead, what you need to do, if they are in containers or they are in the ground, leave them outside and let them get frosted. They will collapse down, it will go all horribly black and soggy, and then what will happen is that these growths will come off and they will fall off the tuber because the neck of the tuber has sealed naturally, and that is what you're looking for. You're looking for it to seal naturally, no pest and disease will get in. What we do with our plants is put all of the pots into crates, stack them up in a frost-free, dark area underneath the benching and wait until March, and then we start regrowing them again. It's very simple. Now we're going to look outside and see what we've done with some of the ones that we use as our propagation stock. We have a lot of stock plants of different types of dahlia. Small ones, beautiful ones which have got these lovely water lily flower heads here, and some which have got green foliage, some which have got brown bronzy foliage. They're all grown in huge big tubs like this, and they have just been brought out here. They will get natural water, but they're not being watered every day. We just want them to collapse, get frosted, and then once they are completely frosted, everything falls off them. They will go in these crates back into our propagation area to be overwintered, frost-free, plus 5 degrees centigrade. They're not watered all winter, and then in March time they will be brought out, they'll be given a little bit of extra heat and water, fed, and away they go, ready for us to be able to take cuttings from them or to grow them on as show plants.